the, yeah, it is, but I mean, it's kind of, kabut ini direct jaga abin nan, daga flash, it's mixed, it's mixing up. Okay, let's go ahead. All right, first of all, I would like to know the category of students we're having today. Because I know from the first day we have advertised this program, we have called for participants that are purely pre-university students and secondary school students. And the secondary school student, we basically request those that are in SS2 and SS3. We have a target. But later on, we navigate our target in order to capture those that have graduated from the university so that we can as well support them in one way or the other. Even though my presentation is going to look at academic excellence, I believe even those that have graduated, probably they may have an ambition to continue their studies. So this presentation, I believe, is going to help them to basically understand some of the mistakes they made while they are in the university. So please, I want to know those students that are from secondary school level, like SS2 and SS3, those that are still in SS classes. Only how many? All right, that's very good, so that I can be able to know the kind of content I'm going to give you. And those that have basically had their JAM or have gotten admission going to the university, please, if you are going to the university, can you raise your hand? Going to the university. Admission. Where? Which university are you going to? Kyoto. Kyoto University. Which university? Which admission? You have gotten admission, right? Or you haven't? Or you have written JAM? Okay, all right. So please listen attentively. I believe what we're going to discuss today is going to help us. It's going to help me as well. All right. So why is this section very important? Why? Why is this session very important? I have 2 or 3, let me say 4 key reasons why this session is important and why you need to listen attentively and get some points that are going to help you. One of the reasons why this session is important is for us to understand what are the academic excellence. When we say academic excellence, some people will be thinking, oh, academic excellence, then is it about CGPA? Is it about finishing with first class degree? Is it 2-1 or 2-2? So we're going to navigate and see what is the difference. Why is academic excellence really important? Second reason for this session is for us to identify 7 secrets. I call it 7 points to heaven. For students going to university, I call these 7 secrets as 7 points to heaven. If you are able to understand and imply or apply these 7 points, I believe you are going to the heaven. Where is the heaven? The heaven for you as a student is to graduate with very good grade, right? Not necessarily first class, right? I'm going to give you a short story, but it's not yet time. But let me just give you the idea of what we're going to do. Number 3, we need to learn some practical tips for examination and university readiness. So we're going to look at some tips that are going to help you for your examination and university readiness. And then the last thing is for us to inspire you. All what we're going to do here is to inspire you, is to build your confidence, is to make you to shift from one position you were to another position that will make you a leader. So this is the target of this session. So first class. I started with this. Have you heard of first class? What about secondary school students? Have you heard of first class? Okay. In the secondary school, we call it distinction, right? Oh, it's first class as well. So in the university, when you got admission into the university, you have targets. It depends on what kind of target you have desired, what kind of target you really wanted to achieve. But the target is you really want to finish with a degree that have a meaning. Because even if your father is rich, even if your father is one of the most influential father in the country, he will be much happy to present your certificates to someone who is going to offer you a job, right? So it's very, very important to understand what class of degree is. So first class, who can tell me? First class is the highest position, is the highest grade a university graduate will be willing and will be praying to achieve. All right, so now, what is first class? In my view, in the university, we have these 5 different classes of degree. We have these 5 different classes of degree. One of the first class is what I have mentioned, first class. First class degree, meaning that if you are in the university and you offered 5 courses, chemistry, physics, mathematics, English, and biology. Let me just take an assumption. These courses, you have got an A throughout the 5 courses. So there is a kind of formula we normally use in the university. There is a kind of formula we normally use in the university to calculate your GP or CGPA. When we say GP, we are talking about grade point. That is a point that we calculate after a semester. But that is what we call CGPA, cumulative grade point. Is the total of what you have done in the first and second semester, and you come up with 1 CGPA. So what does that imply? So if you have 5 courses, and you end up getting A's throughout the 5 courses, it means you have 5 points. It means that your class of degree is going to fall under what? Under first class. However, you can still be a first class student if you have one of the courses you have A, another one you have B, you have A, B, it fluctuates like that. The CGPA is going to drop, or the GP is going to drop to somewhere around 4.5 to 5 points. So that is why, if you're in the university, always try as much as you can to target A and B. Don't target what? C. Because if you target C, you end up getting what? D. If you target D, you end up getting what? And then from E, Allah yafi. We don't want to pray for that. Right? So these are the classes of degree. The second one is upper credit. So now, let me give you a very, very good story. To be honest with you, when I finished secondary school, I'm an average student. I'm not even up to an average student, because average student normally got 50, 60, right? Sometimes I got 45, sometimes I got 48, sometimes I even had to get like 43 to get an A. So, and luckily enough, I am a science student. But in my class also we offered economics, which is not a science course in that direction. So then, we are the first set that wrote NECO. You know what I'm talking about. I finished my secondary school 2000. So the first set that wrote NECO, you know what we're talking about. God bless us with. You know, I don't want to mention because I'm on media, but don't worry. So we were blessed with a very good result. And when I brought this result to my elder brother, because then, even when my schoolmates were thinking of going to university, to be honest with you, I didn't even know where I'm going to. I didn't even know, because I don't have mentor. I lack mentor. I like mentorship. So when I brought my result to my elder brother, he said, okay, Nura, what are you going to study? Which school are you going to? I said, anything you say, because me, I don't know. I didn't even have directions. Then he said, okay, you are going to Card Folly, and you are going to study a course, very, very good course. I said, which course? He asked me which course. I said, economics, because then I look at bankers, accountancy. You know, I look at bankers that are people that got money, right? So I said, I want to study accountancy. So he filled in the form, but in the process of submitting the form, the director of Kaduna Polytechnic is a friend to him. So he said, with this excellent result, how could your brother study economics? Let's change this to chemical engineering. Without my consent, they basically changed my option to chemical engineering. And when they brought the admission to me, do you know what I did? Wallahi, I cried. I said, I'm not going, because I don't have anything here. I don't know much, even the normal predictable, I don't know them. So, but what happened? I was lucky. I have a friend who by then is a medical student. He called me, he said, what happened? I said, I was given admission to study chemical engineering. I knew I cannot be able to do it. He said, Noora, wallahi, you can do it. I said, how? I don't know anything. When I was in school, even the chemistry classes, the physics classes, I ran away from them because the teacher were not in good time with him. You understand that kind of system? I know most of you are having similar experience. Then he gave me these three tips, which we are going to go through today. He said, when you are in the university, which is a college then because it's polytechnic, he said, number one, Noora, who Mr. A have studied chemical engineering, has finished. Mr. B, C, D have also 20 minutes. Okay, so in nutshell, he gave me an advice and I stick to his advice. And what he told me, he said, if you are in the university or in the college, try to have only three good friends, only three friends. One, a friend who is above you, and a friend who you are at the same level, and a friend who is below you. And apart from study, don't do any other activities. A small socialization is enough for you. But even when I was in the school, honestly, I become a rectangular student. I'm going to talk to you about what a rectangular student, a circular, and a triangular student means. So I become a rectangular student. I graduated as one of the best chemical engineering students at diploma level. And from there, I applied for direct entry into the university, and I finished with a very strong offer, not first class. And after then, because I have been mentoring my classmates, I have been teaching them while we are in the university. Wallahi, since at our undergraduate level, they have been telling me that, Noora, you are going to make it because you make a lot of sacrifice. What I do is, even before the university resume, I have covered most of the courses so that I can teach my people. So from there, my degree, master's in the UK, PhD in the UK, and all by sponsorship, sponsored by PTDF. So alhamdulillah, and all of you here, wallahi, you can still make that difference. But let's follow through the presentation and see what we have. Now, that is first class. That is a different class of degree that I want you to aim. So please and please, don't ever try to fall around this. There is three things that normally motivate me to study when I was in the university. Then, my father was a politician. He is late. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen now. So, three things that motivate me in the university. Number one, wallahi, I want to make my family. I want to make my mother, my father, I want to make them happy. They spend a lot of money. They give me money. I have never lacked anything. Nothing. I have never been broke in the university. And what did I do? I need to give them back. And what do I give them back? Excellent results. Number two, yeah, it's good. Your religions. You want to contribute to your religions. So you need to study in order to get some money to contribute. Without money, you cannot do anything. Number three, you want to marry now. Don't you want to marry? So you want to have a healthy life. So these are the things that motivate me. So please and please, don't ever fall around this. You can come here, second class lower, is fine. But coming down to this, meaning that for you to get job with third class or pass, then maybe Tinubu is your father. I don't know. Right? So let's grab on. So, scholarship. I believe most of you here, some of you are not from rich family, but some of you maybe immediately after secondary school, you're going to get a scholarship. Maybe your father is going to sponsor you. So meaning that if you are not going to be sponsored by your parent, you need to work hard to get a very good first class degree or two. Wallahi, as I spoke, I have more than 15 students that I have mentored. They finished with first class and they are doing well in United Arab Emirates. Some of them are doing PhD, direct PhD, because if you have a first class in engineering, there is likelihood for you to have a direct PhD in some of these countries. Some are doing their masters and the rest. So please set a goal, because these are one of the tips we are going to talk about today. Then after first class scholarship, what is the target? The target is for you to become a leader in your field, to become a rich man. Even though they say being a rich man is not by going to the university, but still, it's a step for you to become something, right? So may God continue to help us. Now, what is academic excellence? Who can give me a very simple definition of academic excellence? Even though I don't have time, let's crack on with the lectures. Academic excellence. When somebody says academic excellence, you'll be thinking, is academic excellence having a better or first class degree? Is it? Is it? He said no, and which is true. It's not all about, academic excellence is not about having first class, but it's about two key things. Number one, you want to, when you finish your degree is going to be given to you by two conditions. Who can tell me the two conditions? Your degree is awarded to you by what? By what? Character and learning. So you see, even the learning is the second option. It's not the first. So your degree is normally given to you based on character and learning. So it means you go through the university in order to be molded. You need to be molded. Your character. Maybe at home you can speak to your father anyhow. When you come to the university, you can't talk anyhow to your lecturers. And that is why there is a question that I asked when I attended a seminar in Lagos. They said, AI is here to stay. Will AI replace lecturers? With AI down, do you need to go to the class? You don't need to go to class. My sister, she said, no, you need to go to class. Will AI put you down here and ask you questions? You control the AI, but me as a lecturer, I control you. If I say I'm going to give you F, I'm going to give you F today. No, I'm not that kind of lecturer, Sha. So, now, these are the 4 key definitions that define what academic excellence is all about. Number one, it's the mastery of knowledge. When we say academic excellence is the mastery of knowledge, we're talking about you need to go beyond memorization. You need to have a deep and in-depth understanding of whatever you are studying. Now, it's not all about what is pronoun. Usually the pronoun is a noun that in place of a noun. No, you need to understand why is it in place of a noun. With the help of AI, ChatGPT, ask him, ChatGPT, why is pronoun is a name, is a what? Is used instead of a what? Instead of a noun. Why? ChatGPT will can break it down for you. And that is why Dr. Salim have mentioned a very good statement that ChatGPT is human dependent. The way you control it, it will definitely give you a very good answer. So learn how to speak. And there must be a policy that drives us on how to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is, if you are using ChatGPT, use it as if like you are going to the library to source for information so that you consume the information you got. Did you understand? So now, that is number one. Number two, academic excellence is about critical thinking. When you have now developed the mastery to understand, then you critically criticize what you have read. You can do that. When you do that, honestly, the knowledge, the expansion of what you have learned will be much better than just to read and cram. Did you understand? So then number three, academic excellence is about discipline and consistency. Because we said degree is given in what? Character and learning. So it means discipline must be there and consistency. Because if you are admitted into the university today, if you begin to study today, you need to have a time management. You need to manage yourself in such a way that you read your book every day, right? And then the last one, what defines our academic excellence is to have a balance. There must be a balance between what? Academic and life. You can't just be in the university studying every day, but you need to learn from each other. You need to participate in sport. You need to do this and that. All right, so now, these are the tips now. These are the 7 points to heaven for the secondary school students that are going to the university and for the students that are in the university that want to upgrade themselves. These are the 7 points to heaven. I was opportune to attend the lectures delivered by Dr. I can't remember his name yesterday and this morning. He gave you a very good assurance. He built your confidence that yes, you can. And that's what happened to me when I got admission into Cardi Poly. Then I said, no, I cannot. But later, after I discussed with my friend, I said, yes, I can. And to be honest, I did, and I was successful. So all of you here, you can do it, and you can do it through these 7 points to heaven. Number one secret for academic excellence is to have a what? Clear goals. As we're standing here, most of you that are going to the university, my sister that is going to the university this year, you need to set a goal. Why are you going to the university? What do you want to study? What do you want to become? What kind of grade do you want to have? So when you set this goal, then we look at other tips that will help you to achieve your what? To achieve your goals. So now, what are these goals? Number one, define where you are going to university. Fine, define why do you want to go to university. If not to study, then marry now and stay out to your husband because we are Muslimah. We can be taken care of by our husband, right? And marry and then take care of the children. But give reasons why you want to go to the university. And even the course you're going to choose. Number two, we have a short-term and long-term plan. So in the goal you have set a long-term and short-term. For the short-term, we are talking about for the students that are in the secondary school. Mostly, you need to set a goal. Now I'm going to the university and I'm in SS3. What do I need to go to the university? You need to have a 5 credit units, right? Is it 5 credit unit or 5 credit course, right? So 5 credits. You need to get chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology, and what? And whatever. And for those that are going to social science, they know what they mean. And then for those in the university, you must have a short and you must have a long-term plan. Okay, I want to graduate with first class. Why do you need first class? When I was in the university, I said I must finish with 2-1. Why? Because I know my father is nothing, even though he is someone then, because he's a strong politician. So he was but I have not looked at his money. All I need from him is the money to take care of myself in the university. I know his money is his money. My money is going to be her money, right? My money is going to be her money. So that is why I had to set this goal. Number two, secret is time management. Now, you have gotten admission. You have set a goal. I want to finish with first class, right? I want to have this. You have set a career goal. You want to become an expert in chemical engineering. You want to become an expert in law. So now, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your time? It's very, very important. So what are the strategies for managing your time? Number one, studying. You know, when we are in the university, when we are in secondary school then, our head boy, our librarian, health prefect, I think they are the brainy student, right? They are the smart students. Even though then when I was in secondary school, honestly, I haven't had any prepareship. I wasn't given any position. My position is always, where is Nura? You haven't do your mathi portion. You haven't cleaned the place you are given to clean. Because I did public school. And you know, in public school, we have been trained. We have been polished. We have been trained to become soldier. Particularly, we went to the Unity College Gumi. Anybody that went to that university, you know that he went to military school. So meaning that, in that time, when you're in secondary school, probably you read when you feel like. But when you are in the university, you don't read when you feel like. You need to plan yourself. You need to have a timetable that allow you to read before a course and allow you to read immediately after a lecture. I have that discipline. Immediately after a lecture, even if I understood that lecture, I need to read it to have an in-depth understanding. And before the next class of that lecture, I need to go through the material, even if I didn't understand. But let me have a kind of familiarity of the words, of the equations, of the terminology, so that when the lecturer is delivering a lecture, I should be carried along. So time management is very, very important. You read every day. And then avoid procrastination. apply such kind of method, sometimes what you have studied will stay in your head. It's not about cramming, but it's about what? Understanding, and let this brain have a sound or a message that what I have read, I have really understood it. Did you understood? So now, number two, to think smart is you need to have group discussion. Sometimes some people are very good in group discussion, but sometimes me, I don't like group discussion. I like one-on-one discussion. It's also a group discussion because a group is a member of more than 2 people, right? So group discussion is very effective because you can share ideas. You can talk to each other, but you have to be careful. I told you you need to have 3 different friends. If you have a friend who is better than you, then he will teach you. But if you have a friend who is better than you and you are debating on the particular topic, you feel like, is this guy, are we in the same class? Because he's talking about abstract things that I don't know. Meaning he has read so many things. So sometimes you need a friend who is better than you for you to learn from him. You need a friend who you are at the same level so that you can communicate. Then you need someone who you will teach. These are the 3 types of friends you need in the university. Then the last one in the smart study is the use of technology. No, teach back method, Teach back method, meaning that you should be able, even within your fear, identify some of the students that are weak. And teach them. There is 2 things in teaching other people. Number 1, God will reward you. God will reward you. They will pray for you, and that prayer will never go free. Number 2, the more you teach someone, the more it stays. And that is why it's good to be what? To be smart. Did you understood? Then the last one is the use of technologies. Use of tech. Now we have so many technologies. Sometimes a lecturer can deliver a lecture. At the end of the lecture, honestly, as a student, you will not even understand what he delivered. But what you need to do, we have so many technologies that simplify most of the complex problem into a smarter or smaller problem. So don't just use your phone, your data that your father bought for you, and be chatting with some people. Use it to improve your understanding on a particular course. Am I communicating? Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. I don't know why I put this kind of heavy stuff. All right, now number 4, mentorship. This is where we are. This is where you are here. Honestly, for you to succeed, you need a mentor. A mentor, I call a mentor as a step or a key or a lock to your success. With a mentor, you will easily succeed in life. But not a mentor that is negative mentor, a mentor that will add value to you, a mentor that is doing well. So what are these mentors? I wanted to ask you what is mentor, but there is no time. What are these mentors? We have all these words that define mentor. A mentor is someone who directs you. A mentor is someone who trains you. A mentor is someone who supports you when you fall. A mentor is someone who motivates you. A mentor is someone that helps you to set a goal and that makes sure that your goal are being flawed. A mentor is someone who, because of him, you succeed. Did you understand? So I will urge you, the moment you got admission into the university, try to identify some lecturers. Read about their profile. Read about their profile. And then, okay, before then, let me even go this way. Oh my goodness, it's not. So what are these mentors? Mentors are people that you will learn from them, people that are ahead of you. Anybody that you look at as a mentor, he's definitely ahead of you, right? He is definitely ahead of you. If I'm your mentor, definitely I'm ahead of you. You know that definitely. I have PhD. It's not moi moi. Is it moi moi? Alhamdulillah. So now you need a teacher to be your mentor. You need a lecturer to be your mentor. Your senior student, when you're in 100 level, first thing you need to do, my sister, first thing you need to do, the university you're going, the course you're going to study, try to identify people from your village that are studying the same course. But one thing you need to do as well, try to read what is the CGPA. Because if his CGPA is 1 point something, I beg, drop him. Don't take him as a mentor. Then when you got the admission, you were in the university, try to look at the result. Mostly the results are placed on the notice board. If not, you ask the people who are the first class students. They can even help you with material. You photocopy, even though now we are more of online material. Did you understood? So mentors are very important to success. Number 4, these are the people I have mentored. They saw this flyer of mine going to present something. They say, sir, we need to send you some of our pictures, how we're doing, you know, how excellent we are doing. This guy, his name is Yahya Muhammad. He is one of our best students. He finished with the CGPA of 4.67 out of 5. He got a scholarship in Dubai. And this guy, just within 4 or 5 years now, he has 3 MSc. And then he's now doing his PhD. He's very smart. And secondly, I have another mentor, Kulsum. This is one of the overall best students in Bayero University during her time. Kulsum now is doing her PhD in Canada. I have another one, Mutawakil. They are all from Kano. And I have many of them, but these are the one I have by this time. So now, number 5 is healthy life. For you to succeed, there's seven what? Tips to heaven. You must what? You must have a healthy life. I have a student now in 100 level. This girl, I asked her, when she visited my office, I asked her, have you eaten? Because she looked so weak. And her father is a commissioner. She says, I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to cook. I say, you're going to kill yourself. Brain that you see, if you are not healthy, even the outcome is going to be what? It's going to be low. So you need to balance between study and your health. Now, what are the things needed? A health body supports sharp brain. It means if your body is healthy, your brain is going to be sharp. And that is why in the triangular or in the rectangular method of studying, I'm going to tell you what you need to know so that you will create a time to have a healthy life. Then, we have another one. You need to sleep and rest. I've attended a seminar. Sleeping is not rest, and rest is not sleeping. But you need to rest and sleep. What is rest? Rest is the physical and mental wellness of a body. So sometimes you'll be sleeping, but you'll be fighting with demons. You know that? Sometimes you'll be sleeping and you'll be dreaming and be fighting with demons, right? So, but sometimes you need to take care of yourself. And mostly, you have a minimum of 6 hours sleeping per day in order to be productive. And you not need to have more than 11 hours per day. The moment you have more than 11 hours, even your body system will know. You're not even doing good to your health. Did you understand? So then the next one is the nutrition and exercise. I have heard of it that you need to exercise, you need to run. Even walking for 15 minutes can do a lot of things in your body system. And then you need to balance the life, social life. You need to integrate with other people, right? So all these are very, very important. Then the 6th one is the discipline. We say academic, your degree is given based on what? Character and learning. So you need to be disciplined. You need to be going to the masjid. You need to be reading your Quran. You need to be good to your friends. So these are the things you need in order to succeed. So these are the things. We said discipline is choosing what you want the most over what you want now. Let's say, for instance, I want to become a medical doctor, and I have an exam tomorrow. I want to finish with first class, and I have an exam tomorrow. And boom, before you know, messages are coming to my WhatsApp. So it means what you need now is to check that messages. But what do you need the most is what? It's first class. So you must abandon what you need now for the what? For the benefit of what you need in the future. So social media is our enemy now. So you need to, there is application that basically protect you from messages when you are studying. Turn off your Wi-Fi. Remove everything. Bring your laptop if you have. If you don't have laptop, you're using your phone, there is an app. When you activate that app, it will prevent any messages from Facebook, from what? WhatsApp coming into your, to distract you, right? So now, the next one is the fear group. You need to be careful of the type of people you choose to integrate with them. Number 3, part of the discipline is to build focus habits. Silent reading, night reading, you need to understand the kind of person you are so that you can be able to succeed. Number 7, which is the last one, is the faith and value. Faith and value is very important. So you need to integrate honesty and values you have learned from your school, from your Islamic school and the rest of it. When you integrate that, you will socialize and integrate with people more easily. And God will upgrade you as well. Because sometimes when you are very close to Allah, even the way you study, you will feel like, something special is going inside you, right? So you need to pray, reflect. There is no time. Let me just quickly go to the next one, the 7th one. That is the 7th one. So now, what are the key takeaways from these lectures? Sorry, I was rushing because of the time. What are the key takeaways from this lecture? The key takeaway is this. Number 1, excellence is a habit. You can build it. Excellent academic is a habit that you can build and become an excellent student. And when we say excellent, it's not about having what? First class. I have already mentioned the condition to become an excellent academic student. Then you can all achieve it if you start it now. You need to draw that goals. You need to follow the 5 steps and then be able to implement them. There is a formula, a framework of this academic excellence. Academic excellence has this formula. The formula says you must set a goal, you must plan, you must act on the plan, and you must be disciplined, and you must have faith. These are the formula that will help you to achieve a what? A very excellent academic performance. So for you students, I will encourage you to start now. And if you start now, wallahi, the sky is your limit. Thank you very much and for this wonderful time with you. All right.
It's excellent.
Yeah, any questions? Say
Yes.
okay. Sorry, sir.
They've got quite a lot of things here. And I think you haven't seem to have appreciated it much. So please give Dr. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And obviously, you can see you are writing through, even though there are some pieces of material. So, as we know, this doesn't, and there is a lot to come. And especially tomorrow is going to be full of really serious stuff. We are expecting the likes of Professor Bandari, Professor Idris Ogani, we are expecting Dr. Nikolaka, the governor of Kansas State, and a few more. And that's tomorrow. And tomorrow will be closing ceremony as well. Therefore, what we expect from you is to make sure you come very early. Not this sort of time you came this morning. Come a lot earlier than 9. We are starting 9. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it again. Secondly, we are going to be sending you a form, Google form, for you to complete. Complete it and send it to us tonight. We are preparing your certificate and so on, and if you don't send it, you don't get it. So make sure you complete it, you send it. We are going to send it to you today, you complete it, you send it tonight. Tonight, yeah? Okay. Now, before we close, I'm sure you remember yesterday, I asked you why, or rather, I gave you 5 questions to ask yourself in regards to designing your life. And designing your life is about architecture of how your life is going to be like. The 5 questions, who can remember the first one? The voice. Why are you? Remember the scenario, because some of you are not here. Let me just give you the scenario. Okay. The scenario is you can design your life according to how you like it, and everything is possible. Because Allah has given you all that it takes. So it's not about probability, it's about possibility. You should know the difference between possibility and probability. When you are talking about probability, you give it some 90% or 9 to 1 or 6 to 4 or whatever else. But possibility is unlimited. Anything and everything is possible. So I said to you, looking ahead 10 years to come, I gave you 10 years rather than 5 years because a lot of you are now either finishing their secondary school or in university or just about finishing university or just complete university. So 5-year period is not quite enough to really project your future. So I gave you 10 years. So come 2035, if you sleep today, when I say sleep, I'm not talking about literal sleep. You close your eyes today and you open third question. Please raise your hands. How do you look like physically? How do you look like physically 10 years ahead? And the fourth one, yeah. Come again. How is your health like? How healthy are you? What is your health condition? Okay. The last one is the one I'm going to talk about, but I still want someone to answer it. Not the back. Come again. What's your relationship with money? What is your relationship with money? That's the one I'm going to talk about. Now, what's your relationship with money? Now, these questions, you need to go away and actually answer them. As I said yesterday, answer them to the best of your ability. Answer them as if you are just talking to yourself. Because you are the designer of your life. So you are speaking to yourself. You are what we are doing here is not a job. It's a serious matter. And especially because it is your life. We're talking about your life. We're talking about building your life. Seriously designing. Believe it and it will happen. Because God has given you all that effect to do it. So, what is your relationship with money? Now, I'm going to dwell a little bit in that, and I'll leave you with the rest. Remember, I said to you, these are 5 questions. I've got about 30 of them. I'm not going to ask you any more, but I will talk about money today. A little bit, few minutes. For you to have good relationship with money. Attention, please. Attention. To have good relationship with money, you need to understand money. Most of us do not understand money, and that's why it runs away from us. When you understand money, it will change you. And of course, it is a matter of therefore designing your life such that you understand money. Is indispensable in life. It is not everything, but it is everything at the same time. You cannot survive without money. You cannot live your life without money. As long as you are the master. However, if you are the slave, then you are finished. Because you live your life here and hereafter. But once you understand it, you become the master. Because if you understand something, you know how to manipulate it, you know how to use it, you know how to code it, you know how to instruct it, you know how to whatever else you want to do. So, the first question is, understand your money wounds. A wound is something that is injury, isn't it? Your money wounds is looking back in your life. What are the situations that really you were injured because you don't have money? I don't mean physically injured. You feel bad. You suffer. You had to go without. And you have to give up something just because you don't have it. Or you have to go through some humiliation because you don't have money. Or you have to go hungry because you don't have money. These are your money wounds and money wounds. You need to consider them, vividly remember them, and when you remember them, you forgive yourself. Because a wound is something that injured you and is here and is working with you, and you are bitter. So you need to dispense of that bitterness. You need to heal them. You need to consider it as part and parcel of life, and therefore is not your fault. In fact, not only at this age you may say, it was my parents. I asked for so and so. They couldn't, either they refused to give me, or they couldn't give me, or they couldn't buy me, or they couldn't sponsor me, they couldn't do that. These are wounds that you need to let go. You need to forget. You need to give up. You need to let them go out of their mind, out of their chest, out of their thinking. Because what you are doing, you are preparing yourself to attract money. In preparing yourself to attract money, you can't have bitterness walking around with you in your heart, in your mind, in your everyday living. You cannot afford to do that. So forgive yourself. Forgive your parents. Forgive whoever else has humiliated you because of money. Forgive the situation. Whatever it is that has happened to you because you lack money, forgive them and forgive yourself. Embrace yourself. Don't be bitter with yourself. Don't be bitter with anybody. You are preparing yourself, as I say, to attract money. That's one. Is that clear? Yeah? That is clear. Second, you need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself about money. You need to understand what is money. You need to understand really how do you make money. And when you make it, how does it make you feel? What would you be doing in order to make sure you understand money? You read books. You follow people who have got it and are using it properly, not those who are not using it properly. And you know those who are not using it properly, they are either injuring some other people or injuring themselves on drugs and what have you. Yourself about the bitterness it caused you in the past. And secondly, now you are building a relationship. You are trying to understand. It's as if you are actually chasing your forthcoming wife or your forthcoming husband. You need to understand them, you need to nurture them, you need to grow them through. Money. And the effect of money prepare to actually attract it. And finally is when you get the money, what do you do with it? What do you find a purpose for your money? It's not just I want anymore. This is what you need to do, become generous. Generous means you give out. You may say, I don't have money now. You start, especially when you don't have money. It's 10,000 naira. You need to learn to give at least 1,000. Don't learn how to do it now. When you get more, in fact, it becomes more difficult. Because what you give away will look like a lot of money. And you hesitate. Because you are not used to it. And therefore, I will leave you with